Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes Legendary Battle Abyssal Clear. Today we are taking on Hinoka, the Queen of Hoshido, to earn this gold happy hibiscus. This is not a terribly difficult map. Funny enough, aside from Hinoka herself, the only really difficult thing is the terrain. The opposing units aren't that bad to deal with, but we do have to actually take them out in one round every time, because otherwise Hinoka will warp in, and she does hit like a truck with her pre-charged Deadeye, so even weapon triangle advantage isn't really enough to stop her. But that is fine. Again, overall this map is very easy. I actually made it harder on myself by wanting to bring specific units, and that still didn't make things very tough. There are a lot of options to deal with this map that I didn't even bother trying out, but I'm sure would take this very well. Someone like Kadain Byleth, if you could get his speed high enough to outspeed her, would probably just one-shot her. Apparently, Papa Geralt with his Breaker Lance just completely trivializes this. Bringing a Dancer would probably help. A lot of options to just make this map very simple, but I wanted to take a specific approach. So real quick, let's go over that. I wanted to bring some of my Fates units, and I thought it would be fun to bring in Corrin, Ninja Corrin in this case, who is a great option to take out Hinoka once she gets close enough. He is running his newly revised Gale Force set with the Arcane Lance to give him that special acceleration and slang effect to make Gale Force way more consistent. He's also got Close Call for some DR and also movement assistance and helping him position better. And then Speed Smoke helps cripple enemies he would have trouble outspeeding otherwise, like Hinoka. And then finally, Brazen Attack Speed and Blaze Session just give him more attack speed. But we did have to run Brazen over attack speed push because he was just chipping himself too low over multiple engagements, which made it harder to tank some enemies at the end. So this still gives him that attack speed without completely leaving him without any HP to work with later on. He is supported by our dear big brother Xander, who's running a pretty standard tank setup. We did have to swap out his Mirror Stance Seal for quicker post to help him guarantee kills, because again, that is just super important on this map specifically. Not even so much to prevent being overrun by reinforcements, but rather just because if you let Hinoka run unchecked, anyone who doesn't get taken out in one round of combat but does get injured, she's just going to warp over and then blow up one of your units. And that's no good, so quicker post was the simplest way to guarantee that. Otherwise, pretty standard stuff. Big Sis Camilla is running kind of a hybrid build. She's got some tanking with Distant Stance and Pegasus Flight so that she can take care of some ranged units that would give Xander trouble by wearing him down too much with weapon triangle advantage. She also has Gale Force to help her just clean up some enemies, so that gives her some offensive power. And then she's also running her support with her axe, the attack speed rain, and the attack tactic. Attack tactic just again helps guarantee that we get those kills, which is very important. And then her axe only really supports Xander in this case, but still helpful. So basically we are recreating Conquest here with those three. But then in the last slot we brought Winter Hilda. I wanted to just give her a little bit more time to shine, and we just built her this month. So she is here, and she does do a great job of supporting us, letting us focus our enemies more on offense and more on dealing with ranged units in the case of Xander and Camilla, because she just takes care of all the melee issues. Very helpful, just running her standard speed tank melee build, and it works pretty well. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and clear out the Queen. Shouldn't take too long. Fairly simple map again. And she's talking about following her own path. She did not follow her own path. Corrin's the one with the path. Did they really not know what they were doing with her? Because, like, it doesn't seem like it. Anyway, so here we are. This range is actually deceptive. Hinoka actually moves way closer. She has 1 extra range pretty much at all times. So even though it looks like we could just kind of sit here in this area and like bait out the blue cav, not a good idea. Hinoka will rush down. So we have to avoid her at all times. We're going to start by bringing Corrin over so that he's in position for next turn. And we're going to bring Xander up here to intercept the sword fighter and this blue cav on this side, which is the one safe place to tank. And we're going to have Camilla reposition Hilda and bring her up so that she can block off the sword fighter for Xander. Blue cav attacks and Xander endures and then chops back, swings twice for 39, takes him down. Sword fighter attacks into Hilda, doing a pitiful amount of damage, and we're gonna slap him, and then just to add insult to injury, we're gonna heal up that pitiful 1 damage. No issues whatsoever. More enemies move down. The other enemies are also benefiting from charge, so they also have deceptive movement ranges, so that's another thing to keep in mind. But we're gonna have Corrin move up and attack the cleric, jab jab, and down she goes. Drop speed smoke and trigger our gale force so that we can now move this way and take out the sword flyer. Slap once, take a little bit of damage on counterattack, no problems, helping us get into brazen range, and then we slide back once again with close call, making it easy for Xander to move in and pull him out of danger. And now we're just going to go ahead and have Camilla pull him out of danger so that he is not in range of the blue flyer who will get charged. And then we'll just move Hilda down as well so that she can tank for both Camilla and Corrin. We're going to see her move in and intercept this axe flyer. Take a little bit more damage than the sword fighter, but still not a ton. And we're going to heal that up anyway with Aether. Alright, they are moving in once again. So we're going to have Corrin move in and attack this blue flyer. Jab, jab. Down they go, no issues. And trigger our gale force once again. It's so much more consistent with the arcane lance. Means we can afford to run more attack speed stacking skills to actually outspeed our opponents. Very nice, feels very good. Now we're going to have him take out the lance flyer, taking a little bit more damage, but again that is actually helpful for triggering our brazen. And now we could have had Camilla move in to take out that flyer, but would have left her in range of these bow units. So just a good idea to not put her in range of them. Next, we've also got this bow cav moving down the side here, but we can leave them for a little bit longer and have Camilla reposition Hilda, and we're going to move Xander over 1, and then we're going to just have Hilda pull Corrin out of there. And we had to do it that way so that everyone is in position for next turn. Alright, here they go. We're going to start by having Hilda reposition Corrin back in so that he can move up and take out the bow flyer. Jab, jab. Gale Force procs. Once again, we also drop that speed smoke, which is going to help us outspeed Hinoka, and we're just going to take her out. Down you go. Slide down, and we're going to have Big Sis Camilla move up and attack the bow cav. Chop chop, down they go. No issues. And we're just going to leave her there to tank the red mage. They do have weapon triangle advantage, but Big Sis is still pretty bulky and she hasn't taken any damage thus far, so she will be fine for 1 round. And we do need to get Corrin out of range of the blue flyer, so we're going to have Xander move him out of the way. And now it's just cleanup. No real issues. Red mage attacks into Camilla. Does a little bit, not too much. And chop back. Couldn't finish him off, but now it's much less important to do that since Hinoka's out of the picture. Bow fighter attacks Corrin, reduce that damage, but now he's starting to get a little chipped down. If we had been running attack speed push, that would have taken us out there, but no worries this time. Hilda also takes on the axe flyer. Couldn't get the kill, but weakened him enough that it's not an issue. We're going to have Xander move up and take out the red mage. Down you go. and we're going to have Camilla attack into the Axe Flyer. Chop. Trigger Gale Force, and now we can't take out the blue flyer right now. They are too speedy, so instead we're going to have Corrin move in and jab twice with his lance, drop Speed Smoke, and jab again to finish off that bow fighter. Slide back, and now the blue flyer will go down to Camilla now that we can double reliably, and drop him down with a double 49. Very lucky, and with that the map is cleared without too much issue. And we got the Gold Happy Hibiscus, one of the better looking gold accessories in my opinion, so happy to have that. You might even say happy as a hibiscus. Anyway, that was a very simple, very fast Abyssal clear. Proud of my units, and yeah, not too much issue. Even forcing myself to bring mostly Fates units, that was a pretty easy map. No real issues. It looked way more intimidating than it actually was. And gotta say, everyone did good work, but Hilda especially taking care of everyone, and then surprised again just how much more consistent Corrin feels with that Arcane Lance. Just really improving his ability to trigger off Gale Force reliably. Really the only downside is that Gale Force only works once per turn. If he could use it multiple, he would just race across entire maps on his own. Very happy with that. It feels like Corrin is finally at the point that I really wanted him to be, so I'm very pleased with that. But again, there are so many other options for clearing this map. I feel like this is just one needlessly difficult option. I think there are a lot of easier ways to do it with like Dancers, Summercloud with crowd control. Again, if you can outspeed Hinoka and just use speed preempt, she'd probably fold like paper for an origami crane, so a lot of options. But thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. I hope you found this fun, and until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army, signing out.